fucking getting into our next battle. Fucking make some fucking noise! Shut up, gang! There's always something to rely on.
Shout outs to everybody.
Woo!
Everybody. On my right, we got quad damage.
Jibberish! Alright.
He cut the paper with the scissors, so he chose Gibberish to go first. First round on Jibs.
Alright, check it out. It's like every MC I battle was diagnosed with a virus. It went from cancer to rabies and now gingivitis. Since when the gay pirates participate in ciphers? This fucking crossdresser has an identity crisis. You take exclusive photos dressing like Miley Cyrus doing lap dance routines for the sons of mums in private. He looks like a transgender leprechaun caveman hybrid, and we can tell you're a faggot just by looking at that shit above your eyelid. This faggot's voice naturally has a pitch like Mariah's. Instead of battling, you should be auditioning for choirs. I volunteered to organize events, but had to hand out the flyers, cause you fucked up your last job as talentless Steve and stylist. Real talk, you're obsessed with Egypt and that culture is ancient. So when it's time for body bag, I'll stick to the traditions of their civilization. But there's no body fag and bandages and rags. Mummification.
Alright, so you lost to KZ, who lost to me. So this will be a body bag in 3. I destroy MCs when I crash the scene, leave them to bleed at their own ceremonies. Jibberish spits full of shit, random hits for the fuck of it, like Iron Man on that bodysuit tip. His battles rep his name because it's a perfect fit. You ain't on tiger shit like claws to rip, you on some tiger shit like a zookeeper's bitch. I seen him up on Facebook talking about Avengers, like, oh my god, that camera shot was so tremendous. Gave it a 6.5 like it was some kind of film critic. Well, I got a 6.5-inch knife and my critics get killed with it. My name is Amadeus, that means God's love in Latin, cuz. So when I write my lines by a light divine, I got help from on high up above. I'm seeing signs, I'm going blind, God's hands uses me as a glove. So that you try to hide, I see the devil in your eyes and evil always loses to love. Just one line to describe this freak, emo geek on a losing streak, so here's one more loss to make the trick complete. Time.
My first debut was with Spearman. Now that was to gain attraction. All you did was battle KZ and cause a chain reaction because you robbed him and then he robbed me. Motherfucker, in this battle I'm about to rob you, and I'm not talking about the battle, I'm talking about your fucking crusty ass shoes. So who's destined for faggotry? His baby is, cause the father figure's gayer than Enrique Iglesias. So I should do your kid a favor, put an end to dad life. I'll make your future kids gag a knife as I puncture your bagpipes. It's metaphorical, but damn, I feel sorry for his offspring. Are you and your baby mama together, or is it an on and off thing? Cause if it's definitely off, I'll smash his Xbox like a gamer when he's pissed off. Or get the squad to go quiet and treat her like a multiplayer. Or I can say my verse between her legs and let my multi-slayer. Like, isn't your bitch like a hermaphrodite with an appetite for an extra side with an active life with an avarice? You're never like satellite parasite, about to get burned like an afterside when it smacks you right into the afterlife.
Cut it out.
Time! Alright, so you mentioned my little kid, so I'll just slip this little scheme here in. I'm going to find out who your mother is, I'll slip in above the kitchen sink, work out where the scissors live, fashion them into a shiv, cut off all her fucking skin, next day I'll just repent the sin. So you're at the funeral singing and things, laughing, crying like you've had 6 gins, Blake and I will laugh like kings, considering this my biggest win. Back in high school, you tried to impress the girls with things, like exercising your mouth using words that sing. But then in our way you'll never get it in, it's because your penis and your punchlines are incredibly thin. We both act like we've got 9-inch cocks. The difference is that's what I've actually got. So if you want to go at it, come at me with your best package. No one asked you to establish a D average in rappage. Speaking on D's at clubs, I find the biggest tits. You search the line for the fattest swine that takes the biggest shits. follow around, but try to keep your distance. Till 3 a.m, it's only then he seems hopeful for his mission. She's drunk as fuck and high as hell. She's been rejected twice tonight as well, so Jibs is like, I might as well, because it's the only time that it might go well. We all agree that your face is so creepy that if you were on TV, you'd have to be seen on screen after the bedtime kiwi. Your high school experience, back to that, your high school experience was nothing but trauma, making flipbooks for your parents alone in a corner. So today it's the same, because when I cut you in quarters, a life support machine will be your only supporter.
Oh, damn. I'm a damn! Well, damn, around on Jibs.
I'm not returning a favor and stepping into Kid Crew's battle, but he looks like D&D after getting manhandled. So I'll approach you like him when I fabricate these angles, because he probably cried with you when Ben 10 cancelled. Now look, he's not naturally ginger, but his soul's impaired, and all it is the feces accumulated around your bed. But that's what you'd expect from the shit talk that you've excreted. You acted like a veteran since you first competed. You ain't faced no competition, so you're undefeated. Now I'm gonna beat you to the point where your ego's depleted and expose you like Steven for acting conceited. He thinks winning low-tier matches deserves some more exposure. Now that's one of many reasons your career is over. Because from the safety of your home, you're an internet soldier. But before you come to battles, you leave that persona. Next to the Chuck Norris poster, you worship every night just to keep your composure. I'm about to justify your name. I'm about to justify your name and make you the league's underdog, faggot. Because you'll never stand a chance once I leave your quads damaged.
Oh, quads damaged!
Body pop boss.
Alright. This whole fucking battle, you've been quiet as a mouse. I hardly noticed you even opened your mouth. I couldn't catch what the fuck your last round was about. Shit, if I stabbed you right now, you wouldn't scream or shout. You just wander out, kind of start to pout like, oh, I do hate quad damage, quite a large amount. So fuck you, cunt, you droopy-eyed runt. You try to roll with V8s, but you haven't got the grunt. You're like a little go-kart going around a little track. You come up against a real car, your whole frame get fucking snapped. I can picture him now, crying alone in the dark. The judges just don't get it. Rap battle is an art. We're supposed to shake hands later, but I'm still sitting on the fence, because if you win, that makes me your translator. I make gibberish make sense. You tried to bring peace with your lamb to the slaughter, but I'm bringing bad news like a failed reporter. Those horrid lines you blurt mean you'll end up getting worked. You're as absurd as trying to spit a verse in a Nirvana shirt. So I'll ask you nicely first, if you're ready to get hurt, I'll take your head off with a shot like you had never mind like Kurt. Time.
Like a time! Alright, say this to the judges.
Yo! Gibberish for quad damage. Gibberish versus quad damage. I spilt my beer during that battle, so it was sort of funny. I give it to Gibberish in all three. Fucking he had some mean bars. Quad damage was dope as well, but I think Gibberish edged every round just with his consistency of dope punchlines.
Yo, what up? It's T13, PhD and all that shit. Gibberish and quad damage. I give it to Gibberish. Just, I thought it landed harder, but it was pretty close. Shout out.
Yeah, give all three to Gibberish. He's improving heaps, and Quad just needs to keep stepping it up and keep trying, but Gibberish, easy.
Okay, we've come to our decision. We're giving it to Gibberish. Make some noise!